He who smelt it dealt it. That is the word this week.
I really don't know why you would say something like that. Can we get me some new co-hosts? Everybody is just saying these strange things. I don't know how to respond to that. You're going off script and...
No, see, it's you. The problem is with you, okay? You see that over there?
Yeah. I'm the problem?
Yeah, man on the right over here. You're not able to keep up, quick enough. And that's why I didn't come in last week. I could barely deal with it. I have to deal with this crap every week. He's just always slow. I try to put it forth, and he's not,
Hey, man, I hit my head a few times, took some bad bumps. Like, it takes toll. It takes toll. That's what you pay for veteran experience.
Veteran experience. We're going to talk about Will here. Anyway, it is Wednesday, the most beautiful and amazing day of the week. New comic book day, and of course we have many of the good comics for you here. Comics should smell good, and I got a couple in my hand here that we're going to start right off with. From Image Comics, we've got issue 2 of Slots by Dan Panosian, along with the second printing of number 1. This follows the story of retired boxer Stanley Dance, who did things his way, was stubborn, and then he got old. And because he's a boxer and he's old, he's poor. Because he was not intelligent and probably didn't bet on himself and then throw the fight. But this takes place in Vegas, and it's a really cool, gritty tale that really shows, the underbelly of Vegas. Dan Panosian is writing and drawing, and he's got this great style where it's very kind of like Alex Toth-y a little bit. He's got lots of zip-a-tone. This is kind of like... a lot of, sepia tone stuff with some color thrown in, some vicious looking women, and haggard men that drink a lot at bars, very dark bars. But yeah, lots of cool stuff here happening from Dan Panosian, who is definitely great that he's getting his own book.
All right. And I'm going to jump right over the superhero stuff here. For the first arc of a new creative team on Moon Knight, this is Max Bemis and Jason Burrows' debut issue, number 188, part of the Marvel Legacy line. This features actually very, very, very small, almost insignificant amount of Moon Knight, strangely enough. This is the introduction of what looks to be Moon Knight's new big bad. In a really, really disturbing tale, which, much like a lot of the recent Moon Knight stuff, takes place in a crazy house. Max Bemis, of course, is one of those music guys who was like, hey, I do music, I can write comics, right? John Way did it, right?
Yeah.
And he actually, turns out, he can write comics. It's always a really, really happy accident when that happens.
Yeah.
And Jason Burrows is hot off of Providence with Alan Moore.
Oh, yeah.
Like, you work with Alan Moore, and you
Yeah.
can do anything. I don't know why you would jump to Moon Knight, but hey, maybe that's what he wanted, He's really, he's bringing his A game for sure. His lines are super clean, like almost Jamie McKelvey level of clean.
It did look very Jamie McKelvey. Yeah.
Especially with, I don't think this is Jordi Belair coloring it, but whoever is doing it is doing a very good imitation. Matt Lopez, looks like. So that's a very interesting book right there.
Yeah. And new from Dark Horse, we have Legacy, an off-color novella for you to color, by the mighty Chuck Palahniuk, and art by Steve Morris. Chuck Palahniuk is, of course, the man that created Fight Club, wrote the book, and many other awesome tales of depravity. He recently put out another coloring book called Bait, and this one is his first new fiction since 2014. And it's the story of an amoral investment banker who receives an inheritance promising immortality. Of course, immortality comes with strings, and he has to contend with a flame-retardant stripper, a ruthless stalker, and a bloodthirsty horde of aspiring immortals dead set in their desire to separate this man from his destiny. Chuck Palahniuk is amazing. He's really, really great, and he sent us these nice book plates that are signed specifically for the first run of the books that we got in. So we only did get about 4 of these, so if you want the exclusive signed edition, no extra price, make sure you come in and get them. This would make a great Thanksgiving gift if you give gifts for Thanksgiving, or, an early Christmas gift.
Yeah, it's pretty much officially Christmas now that Halloween's over.
I was gonna say they already got Christmas crap in the QFC and everything. Thanksgiving just doesn't happen.
Right. And Over at Titan Comics, we've got a new Tank Girl miniseries here with the wonderful world of Tank Girl. Strikes again, which doesn't really check out.
Yeah,
but,
it doesn't really work.
I think this is a matter of like these are all standalone issues in this miniseries,
cool.
so maybe this one is Tank Girl Strikes Again, and the
yeah,
next
yeah,
one is
yeah,
gonna be something else. I don't know. It's a little wacky, but
It's
that's
British.
just it comes with the territory.
Yeah, what do you expect?
British and Tank Girl.
Yeah.
So like, yeah, Tank Girl is already like 60% more wacky than anything else that comes out from over there.
Right.
This is Alan Martin writing it as usual, and art by Brett Parsons, who is one of the more recent regulars of Tank Girl. He did all the Tank Girl Gold and that stuff, the more recent miniseries. I'm not sure who the creative teams are coming up, but you can be sure that they will be quite wacky.
Yeah. My next pick is Volume 4 of the Blade of the Immortal Omnibus. Hiroaki Samura is a absolute and utter master of the comic book craft. This dude does some of the finest samurai ninja swordplay things that you will ever find in any medium. Takashi Miike, the amazing crazy cult director, just adapted this into a movie, which is currently playing right now, that you should most certainly go see.
Yeah, by the time you watch this video, we'll have seen it.
That's right. That's right, and will have been illuminated with bloodshed. But yeah, this follows the immortal Manji, who is cursed by this old woman with the bloodworms. He has to kill 1,000 evil men due to his terrible choices in life, and he cannot die until he has completed this quest. And along with a young girl named Rin, who's searching for the leader. He's kind of this samurai savant leader of this up-and-coming kind of new, gang who is attempting to overthrow the current government and going around and basically challenging all these dojos and just wiping frickin' ground with them. But the flow and the story in this and the art and everything is just absolutely gorgeous. If you enjoy Lone Wolf and Cub, stuff like that, this is absolutely like the next thing on your list. Or if you go see the movie and you want to know more, and you want to see all the glorious double-page spreads that Samura puts out, this is just truly some next level stuff.
Alright. Got a DC collection for you here. This is the hardcover edition of the Teen Titans crossover, The Lazarus Contract, featuring, of course, Deathstroke, the most popular character from Teen Titans somehow at this point. Yeah, he gets shoved into everything.
He does.
Is it because Rob Liefeld ripped him off to make Deadpool and they want to make some money off his popularity? Probably. Either way, this was a really cool crossover between all three books, with Slade sort of seeking to, well, at first it's not clear what his goal is, but spoilers, he's trying to go back in time and save his son, Jericho, from having his throat slit, because that,
But he hates his son. He almost got his son killed on multiple times.
You forget, Slade is a goddamn hypocrite and will say whatever he wants to look like not a bad dude.
Right.
Which is funny considering he's one of the worst dudes in all of the DC universe.
True.
There's some really, really out-of-left-field plot twists all throughout this story. It was a really popular storyline when it was coming out in single issues. We had to reorder everything multiple times.
Yeah.
So don't miss out while it's in hardcover.
All in one book.
One book.
Does your work for you.
Wow.
And my final pick is what is probably like my second or third favorite book that is on the rack. Mr. Miracle, Tom King, Mitch Gerads. We talk about this every time, or at least I do, because it is just that amazing. Issue 3 saw one of the most badass showdowns between Orion and Mr. Miracle that was very depressing and had one of the best bug appearances, which was even more depressing. And it just, like, issue 3 started out with this great story about Mr. Miracle talking to Bart, and he can't sleep, and he's like, remember when we were young and Granny would tell us stories, and she's like, she never told me stories. And you're like, oh, whoa. And there's all of a sudden this whole, like, dynamic between Scott and Granny that you had no idea that existed is just this one little thing. And how will it play in? You don't know. But it just adds for great flavor text. I mean, Tom King is just doing a great job of revealing more behind the curtain of the years that the New Gods have existed and still moving forward and really doing something new and something Kirby with these characters who have for many years just been kind of, oh, it's a Justice League, we're going to throw these guys in, Mr. Miracle's going to pick a lock or some shit and then move on. This is truly next level meta superhero comic books with great covers by Nick Darrington, which, look at that. Yeah, absolutely gorgeous.
Fresh and clean is how I describe Nick Darrington.
It is.
And my final book here, also DC, a bit of a homecoming here with Tim Drake finally solidifying his return to the pages of DC Comics.
That's Tim Drake?
As Tim Drake. He's actually Tim Drake,
right?
Not some guy in the witness protection program who was named Tim Drake. He's not the evil Tim Drake from the future.
No,
he is
no.
The one, the only,
Third
boy
Robin.
who discovered Batman's secret identity,
Yep.
Tim Drake. This is the final part of A Lonely Place of Living. He's escaped from Mr. Oz's headquarters. He has fought off Doomsday. He has dueled with his own future self. And now the final conclusion.
My God.
After the evil Tim Drake has awakened Brother Eye once more.
Oh, that's right. They're bringing OMAC back.
Yeah, bringing OMAC back, hopefully. They always bring OMAC back.
It's true.
You just can't keep an idea like that down.
No, it's too good.
But it's going to take the whole the whole Bat family, whatever they're calling their, Legion of Bat people in Detective
There's almost
Comics.
as many as a league.
Yeah, there's so many of them.
Yeah, there's a lot of Bat people.
It's great, but it's going to take all of them to take down the evil Tim Drake and Brother Eye together. And I just love Tim Drake. That's all.
Tim Drake is awesome. And unfortunately, the Batman history has been the most screwed up since the New 52 and the whole rebirth thing. Because how do you have 3 Robins if the universe is only 5 years old?
Well, you know, Batman, he had a secret 5 years before that first Justice League issue.
Were you at that Outsiders team or whatever?
He actually had 10 years.
Yeah.
Less said about that,
don't
better.
question it. Just enjoy the comics. And that's about it. Local comic shop day is coming up in about a week and a half or so. Check out the website and Facebook for more info on that. We'll have about 16 different unique items that will be available only here or only at your local comic book shop, kind of like a record store day thing. But lots of cool stuff from all of the publishers, so stay tuned for that. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you all next week.